Hello. Today I'm going to be discussing a very important part of your office. How to choose a great office manager. It's not so simple. There are challenges. And it's no secret, in competitive industries, people are everything. Attracting and retaining the best people can literally make or break your business, and success hinges on winning the war for talent. The best companies out there know that in order to win, you have to create a culture of engagement and an environment where people want to spend their time. That's where a rock star office manager becomes indispensable. Someone who can cultivate the culture your office needs and steer the ship in the right direction as your clinic grows. If only it were that simple, then it would be so beautiful, but it's not. You see, the office manager is a unique, demanding position. It takes a diverse set of skills and an amazing individual to really thrive in the role. Let's consider a few points, okay? Consider this. The office manager is one of the few people, other perhaps than the clinic owner, who interacts with employees at all levels and within every department, virtually every day. So that it doesn't take to be one of these days a level of the office where things are not working out. What do? How do we find and hire someone who's perfect for this role? You know, it's interesting. I talk to both office managers and the people who hire them at hundreds of offices which I manage as a consultant. And these are very successful offices. And they make up some of my most elite clients throughout the nation. And they know when it comes to culture and engagement. Here's what they had to say about the traits of a rock star office manager. And I'll give you all the steps that they have shared with me. First and foremost is the unparalleled flexibility. We heard it again and again. Flexibility is the single most important trait in choosing a manager. In order to be a good office manager, you have to roll with the punches and be able to handle anything that comes your way. And it stands to reason. There is no such a thing as a typical day for an office manager. The ability to adapt and improvise is critical. Here's number 2. A stellar organization and follow through. That is just amazing. The second tip might seem like a no-brainer, but being organized is one of the biggest factors when it comes to success in this role. Again, the office manager role is so wide and varied that it can be easily and at any time lose track of the tasks that they have at hand. And because you're often treating patients as the clinic owner, you may tend to forget this critical component. Here's number 3 on our list. Complete accessibility. An office manager should, if you think about that, at all times, not just some of the time, but at all times, an office manager should be able to be accessible by all patients, all people, all employees, including yourself, both in terms of availability and in terms of the warmth of his or her personality. Your staff should feel comfortable approaching the office manager for tasks that he or she owns. One of my most accomplished doctors said, above all, a great office manager should be accessible to all team members to ensure that everyone is working at their maximum productivity. A personalized experience makes this individual employee feel special and valued, and it can take your team and boost them up, or, God forbid, the opposite. Here's number 4 on our list, and that is solid communication. Solid communication is an often overlooked but no less important skill when it comes to thriving in the office manager role. The job often requires taking ideas from the doctor or one of the key healthcare professionals and share them with the rest of the clinic staff. This is especially true when you're in charge of implementing general policies. You have to be careful to communicate the reasoning behind your office policies in order to ensure that the highest possible cooperation from your team is going to be there. You also have to be able to anticipate questions and be ready to answer them just on the fly. This is amazing, but that's real. Here's number 5 in our list. and that is unreasonable optimism. When patients visit your office, whether it's a new patient, possible new hire, or a future healthcare associate that's going to join us, the office manager is usually the very first person they see, and his or her demeanor helps form those critical first impressions. Most good office managers have naturally positive attitude and warm demeanor, but the real challenge comes from the inevitable challenging days when everyone has them. And I'm talking about those days when things just don't go right. I'm talking about those days where everything goes upside down. It's just not there anymore. Not what I thought, not what I wanted, not what I needed. And it can be tempting at that time to let your mood darken your personality. But the office manager does not have this luxury, since his or her demeanor has a direct impact on the company, on the office. A rock star office manager knows how to put on a happy face when it's not really reflecting their own mood in the inside. Irrespective, they know what to do, and they'll act appropriately. Here's number 6 on our list is the magical creativity. Increasingly, an office manager is responsible of the office vibe. In fact, some clinics, some of my clients give their office managers official title. They call it the vibe manager. The office sets a vibe and sets the tone for the vibe for the rest of the clinic and helps create the culture that we need in order to be productive, in order to be creative and hit our goals each and every month. Maintaining a culture and a vibe takes considerate creativity. It takes planning an off-site event, for example, something most employees wouldn't even think about, and they take it for granted. But think about that. If your office was to plan that, just put it wherever, a vacation, or perhaps because they met their goals, they're going to go somewhere. Just coming up with a fun, new activity that everyone will enjoy is a challenge. You have to consider what's something that we haven't done before. What is it that we would all enjoy? What would our entire team like to do? What can we do within the budget that we're given? How will this activity help support the culture that we need to be successful? It's a major challenge. And it takes some serious out-of-the-box thinking at all times. And that can make a difference. A rock star manager can do that easily, interestingly enough. Here's number 7 on our list is a unwavering self-confidence. This role is quite frequently requiring the daily interaction between the clinic owner and the manager. So they have to be confident in order to earn their respect. Part and parcel of this confidence is the ability to push back from time to time. As much as they may want to, they can't do everything for everyone, and they have to prioritize. Learning to say no in these cases is essential to the growth of your clinic. It is critical. Here's number 9 on our list. Keen emotional intelligence and steadfast composure. As I mentioned before that, as an office manager, they need to deal with people at every level, from the doctors and back support office to employees and everyone and everything in between. This means tons of different personalities, some more challenging than others. As the office manager, they have to be able to deal with all of them. It's not so simple, but having a good rock star office manager is critical to your clinic, and it will make a difference. So in conclusion, let me just say that you need to find someone who embodies most or all of those traits which I have mentioned. Finding the right fit might seem like an impossible task, but trust me, it's well worth it. And I wish that for you. I wish that you find this right person. And if you find some of the people out there that have some of those qualities, then make sure you train them to have the other qualities that are still missing. I wish you the best of luck, and God bless you in everything that you do. Thank you.